Welcome to Feral Healing, two best friends, one soul bond, a podcast dedicated to eccentric healing, the kind of conversations that crack you up and your heart open. Now, here are your hosts, Camille and Caitlin. Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Feral Healing. I am Caitlin.
So excited to see you. And
I
I'm
know.
Camille.
It's
I'm
so
back.
good. We're back back together
Back
again.
again.
Shady's back.
Shady's back.
I love how people would assume I would go back, like I would go there, and then you would go my direction. Nope,
Beat
we're
you
here to
to it.
shock you all.
As we do. As we love
As
to
we do.
do. How are
Absolutely.
you guys?
Yes, I know.
Hope you
I
all are
know.
well. We're so
It's good.
excited.
Yes, so
Ooh, and
excited to
you're
be back.
listening to us day after Thanksgiving, so everybody's feeling
Mhm.
real full of
Yeah,
thanks.
real stuffed.
And what you're
Stuffed
stuffed
of
of
it.
is none of our business, but happy
Right.
for you.
You're right. Exactly. Exactly.
Why you unbutton your pants is your business. Just
Right?
enjoy. You
Just
know what I
just
mean?
enjoy. Just enjoy. Hey, you know what? I sat in my car and had an emotional support ice cream yesterday. So on
Girl,
my own. So there we are. This is where life is. This is where life
I
is.
want us an emotional support ice cream,
Dairy Queen girl. It
but
was
I'm just
so
gonna have an
nice.
emotional support cocktail
There you
instead.
go.
A
There you
homemade
go.
emotional support cocktail. But
Perfect.
I'm
Perfect.
excited. I'm excited to be back. I'm happy, grateful to be
Yes.
back. But
Yes.
you guys, Caitlin and I decided that we were gonna talk about, the emotional cost of gratitude, if you will.
Yes.
What it's costed us, not just for all the fixins, but
Right.
emotionally speaking.
All the emotional baggage that that comes about when family gatherings happen.
Yeah. When we're overstuffed with the
Overstuffed,
nervous
overstimulated.
system demands,
Yeah, all them
if you will.
demands.
Mhm.
All them demands.
Mm.
The post-holiday come down and overload.
All of the things.
Yeah,
Reclaiming, and even after all of those things, how we're supposed to really kind of reclaim a softness
yeah, yeah,
and still find some way to live and thrive with what some people
absolutely.
feel is boredom, but it's not.
Well, and that's, a lot of what I've been going through lately is like I've talked about that in previous episodes, like like the chaos in my nervous system is like, you're bored. Why is this so boring? But really, it's just that's healing. That's healing. Like you're safe for the first time, and so you're just like,
Mm.
oh, I'm safe. I'm comfortable,
Yeah, and then how
unbothered, but
your
unbothered after all of
friendships,
it.
yeah, your friendships and your soulmates come into the rescue, which is another theme of
Yeah.
ours that we're going to talk about. And they're like,
Yeah.
sit down and enjoy it.
Yes,
Enjoy the
absolutely.
tranquility. Enjoy the peace that you have earned
Yeah.
by
Not
not
because,
becoming a fire starter.
and it's not because we're fine, but because we've stopped like chasing those fires that exist. And so that sisterhood is medicine. Absolutely.
It is, or
Absolutely.
brotherhood, or
Or brotherhood.
soulmatehood,
Yeah. Yeah.
whatever hood
Whatever
that
hood you're
is
in.
that is your taste,
Yes.
even if it's Robin Hood.
Robin. Hey. Hey.
Hey, yum.
Hey.
Wait, which Robin Hood
Hey.
are you talking about?
I don't know. There could be a few over there.
I like the fox from Disney's version. He's so,
That's fair. That's
you know what I
that's
mean?
that's fair.
Don't be
Mhm.
weird. Don't think into that. Not you, but those who are listening. Don't be weird. Don't take it there.
Okay, so on that topic,
Oh,
I got
jeez.
asked I got asked at work the other day. There was some friends of friends that were in, and
Sure.
he just looked at me and he was like, if you could choose any cartoon character to like be with and attack you in the bedroom, who would it be? And I like without a blink said Beast, and he was like, damn. And I was like, and then it clicked in my head. I was like, oh. I was like, you don't know the books I read. Because it was just like he didn't even finish the sentence where I said beast. Just he was like, uh I was like, yeah, all right. Never mind.
Can I get you something from the bar?
What would you like to
Ooh.
drink?
Who would be my comic? Comic. I said comic. You said cartoon.
Cartoon. Cartoon character. I mean, it could be Fox, Robin Hood.
Nah.
But
No, but
it
my brain
like,
immediately went to a comic world, and I was like, who in the comic world?
oh yeah. Mhm.
I for
For sure.
sure, like my brain thought immediately for you, it was Loki for some reason.
That that's what, okay, I
Not
learned my
off
lesson.
brand.
Right, it's not off brand, but I learned my lesson with the Lokis. Okay. Now I just want a big brute. Big
Hey,
brute of a man.
you're, hey, whatever floats your boat, you know what I mean?
Right?
Whatever sparks. I don't know
I
what,
mean,
I'd
come
have
on,
to think about it.
that's a dream. Like having someone who kidnaps you, locks you away in a home where people like utensils and appliances are constantly cooking you food, and you have a library like Bill has. Pff, I'm in. I'm in. I'm in. I see you. You see? You hear me? You feel me? Yeah.
I mean,
hmm
it's a little alarming that you started it with being locked away. You know what I mean? Like,
Stockholm syndrome.
yeah, so like this guy, he like
This
is
guy
a
like
beast
kidnapped
though,
me.
but he was really, really violent verbally and really scary, but he kidnapped me
Hold on. I have a
and
book
he
for that.
locked me up. But wait, wait, wait. No,
uh
no, 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 no. You're misinterpreting. No, like he locked me away. Like he like locked me away. It's fine. I mean, I made
it's
the
fine.
deal,
It's
the
fine.
bargain.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I got a
It's fine.
library out of it.
Yeah. I got a
Fine.
library and then just a house that always cooks
Just
for
have a
me.
thing
Like,
for tall, dark, and fairy. It's fine.
right.
With a bad temper.
I got a book for that too.
Choke me.
Oh, I'm dead.
He has such a gnarly temper. Like,
Yeah. He just like
but he
just
gives me books, so
he gives me books,
and I
whatever
have
books I
like
want.
unlimited tea. It's great.
Right.
So, Caitlin, we have an episode to get to. We can talk
Oh
about that
yes, we got
all night.
distracted.
God,
Um,
that's a great question. I'm gonna have to think about it. I'll have to tell you all in a
right.
different episode what I come up
Yeah.
with.
Give you
So,
the we're focusing. We're doing it. We're doing it. Emotional marathons
gratitude,
and all.
right? So that gratitude, Caitlin.
Yeah.
I guess we could jump into really the difference for us, you and
Mhm.
I, for everybody that listens, the difference between gratitude and thankfulness, or at least gratitude as it comes
Mhm.
versus obligatory, like you are obliged to be
Yeah,
grateful. It's a horrible feeling to
it
feel
is. It is.
uncomfortable at a table,
Mm,
you know,
yeah.
and there's like this forced energy of like uncomfortableness where you should be grateful or should be thankful and must be. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And it's
I
like
don't.
in a lot of times a lot of the people sitting at that table, you're just like, why am I thankful for
Well,
this
and that's the
situation?
thing.
Yeah.
Because I feel like the key,
Yeah.
right, between it, between successful and not so great is did they earn it?
Yeah,
Right? So if you
absolutely.
think about it, if you're sitting at a table, you've got some friends or some family members or whomever's, and someone pipes up and they're like, let's all be thankful. Let's all be grateful. Let's share what we're, but you're in the company of people with some gray area history with you.
Yeah.
It gets a little intense. You know, there's not a lot of merit or history
Yeah.
that where they've earned verbiage. I don't know.
No, I totally understand. Like it's like when you get together with family, it's like you have to be grateful that we're all still here, and like, you have to be grateful for all the things that are here. And it's like, okay, but like
Ew.
I built this world brick by brick. I did the work myself. You did not do it for me. You caused the reason for some of these bricks, and I am very thankful that at this point in my life, I have this I have a great family unit right now, and we've done a lot of healing as a whole.
Mm,
There in which case, like we're all thankful to be there. Most
mm,
of us. Since then, some others just come in with the ego, and I'm just like, oh,
oh.
mm.
And
I'm
that
just like,
really is the
well,
wet blanket. That
yeah,
really is the wet blanket
yeah,
at any table is when that ego or that narcissism or
um,
that disconnect of someone else's egotistical goal,
mhm,
right, of
yeah,
whatever it is that they're saying or doing really deteriorates the energy of earned gratitude or at least authentic gratitude.
yeah,
And then it
yeah,
becomes draining,
yeah.
right? So,
Just the ones that step up to that table who we don't have control that we're blood related to, who just automatically think that you owe them that gratitude. Yeah,
ew,
yeah,
ew. Well, and
yeah.
then you have a whole opportunity there, unfortunately. Unfortunately, if we're not careful of gaslighting. Oh, I should be grateful. Oh,
We
I should
gaslight
be thankful.
ourselves.
You're not
Mm-hmm.
wrong. Yeah, I guess I should be thankful that,
Mm-hmm.
So, but I would be bold, Caitlin, to say if I were to shift and pivot,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna I'm gonna open this to the whole campfire for everybody with listening. I wonder how many of us, sorry, we're pivoting out of because my ADHD. Here we go.
No, you're fine. That's what we're here for.
How many of us are still withholding gratitude from ourselves? I can't have lip gloss on. I'm trying to make a noise. Caitlin, do the thing. I can't do it.
Hold on.
Dang it, your microphone didn't pick it up.
It's not picking it up, is it?
She does a really
Listen.
great listen.
It's not like picking up
Did
the full.
mine? I can't do it like Caitlin does, y'all. I apologize, but there's like a little click that she does with the mouth. Anyway, it's to make us point.
Listen.
Listen, how many of us are still withholding gratitude from ourselves? Like
Hmm.
genuine, deep,
Yeah.
founded, beautiful gratitude in all of the different ways. Just breathing,
Because
waking up and getting up today.
I was
It's a
gonna say
good
there's not
start.
a single person who got you here if it wasn't yourself. Sure, there's some people that helped with this or that, but like you ultimately woke up every day and chose to bring yourself to where you are. In which case we don't give ourselves that gratitude enough. I So that solo episode that I did for Halloween, it was about
Mm,
celebrating yourself, because like there was a moment where I was like, I don't think I'm gonna put out an episode this week. Like it's weird doing one
hmm.
alone. And then I was like, y'all just
Nah.
gonna have to deal with my ADHD, most likely on the spectrum, dressed as Jason, like self. And I'm just like, the whole time. But it was about celebrating yourselves and like how you have to be thankful for yourself. You have to show yourself that gratitude, because at any moment someone could switch on you.
Hmm.
People are not, anybody could switch on you, anybody could ghost you, anybody could disappear, and like we're putting that in somebody else to give you that, to validate you, like we
Mm,
or just constantly giving it, like even if you don't search for that, because for years I've never searched for validation in others, but for years I would give and give and give and give the
right.
gratitude and the love out, but I was draining myself without it being reciprocated, and I wasn't giving it to myself. So even though I didn't need other people to validate me, I wasn't validating myself.
Mm. So,
So there was just like zero gratitude that was happening for me.
yeah, and I think it's even it's difficult, especially we're recording this, by the way, before Thanksgiving, but I'm trying to like think in the future
Yes.
on Friday,
Yeah.
like the repercussions, the aftermath of Thanksgiving, when we
Yeah.
start feeling we weren't enough, or that we were
Yeah.
too much, or we were
Or that we didn't do
overthinking,
enough.
or that we were too sensitive, or not incorporated, literally, or uninvited. Ooh, girl, I remember one year I was uninvited from a Friendsgiving concerning work.
Oh,
And that really hit. And I was like, ooh. So if anybody had to endure a Thanksgiving, Friendsgiving, or whatever giving event, I think that it's good to invite you guys to do exactly what Caitlin and I were just talking about, that self-gratitude, you
yeah.
know, and not obligatory, but let it come to you, like that thankfulness, even if it's just kind of that almost therapeutic place of the five things I can see, the five things I can smell, the five things I can touch, five people
Hmm.
I can reach out to.
Yeah.
Um, and even if you don't have five people, you at least got two in your corner. That's Caitlin and I. We're right
Yeah.
here.
Absolutely. Absolutely. That's something that is hitting me with, my aunt passed. And so, like, this is our second Thanksgiving without her. And last year was really rough because I was traveling a lot. And I was
Hmm.
here for Thanksgiving, but I was moving that week. Like, there was a lot going on. Like, and I could do next to nothing to help. And like this year, I was like, all right, like I'm here. I am in the location we're hosting, like all of this stuff. And I was like, me and my mom sat down and we made she's like, let's sit down and make a menu because my aunt will never live up to her. Immaculate. She made the menu.
No.
Not only would she make food, it was art. It was art,
Oh.
you know, and she always made sure that nothing fell on my grandmother as the years went on, as my grandmother got older and it became harder for her to do as much. And so then now that all fell on my mom's shoulders and my mom works full time and all this stuff and I was traveling last year. So this year I was like, all right, you know, I'm gonna step up and I'm gonna help in any way I can and I'll help, cook this and that. So like my mom took
Mm.
tomorrow off so her and I could spend all day cooking
I
everything
love that.
just so that way Thursday everything was done. But we went to my aunt's grave today and I had posted
Mm.
about it if you're friends with me on social media and it really like just hit my heart because she was like she talks to my aunt when we go to my aunt's grave. It's just what she does. And so
Mm.
we went and picked some flowers today and then we took it to her grave for Thanksgiving. And my grandmother, she was just like, you would be so proud of Caitlin. My aunt was the no kids, dog as a kid, reads. I mean, she would read hundreds of books a year. Like she was a reader. And so her and I have that in common. And she was like, you'd be so proud of everything Caitlin's doing, and then you would be really proud of Sheila and Caitlin for how they're taking care of the holidays the way you used to. And it just like I just started
Oh
bawling.
my
I just started
God.
bawling because I was just like, I wasn't expecting it. I wasn't, it was just like one of those things. And so then it was
I Go ahead.
no, no, it was just a moment for me to be like, man, like I haven't given myself any credit for that. So I'm just like, yeah,
Boom.
of
There it
course I'm
is.
doing that. Yeah, so
There it freaking is. That story, Caitlin,
mhm,
that was just beautiful because it brought up a point I wanted to make, which was how, really a question, but kind of a statement-ish. How do we make gratitude sacred, feral, unapologetic? And that right there is
yeah.
case in point of how we can heal with gratitude.
Mhm,
And I just think that's beautiful. Like we hear
yeah.
that often, oh, always remember gratitude, gratitude when you have nothing, when you're at your lowest, find something to be grateful for. But that's grief, that's loss, and still
Mhm.
finding gratitude even on a holiday.
Yeah.
And that's a beautiful way to make it sacred.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And I think that if we can all like maybe take a bit to sit down this holiday season, come up with a personal ritual ceremony or something that touches your heart or touches you and enlightens you with gratitude about you or about
Yeah.
somebody else if that's easier.
Mhm.
But man,
Absolutely.
it's easier if somebody's like how you experience when they're gushing over
Yeah.
you.
Yeah,
But
it was just it was like let's rewind a little bit. Like my family, I was always the rebel child. I was the rebel child. I was the one that never had my shit together, the one that was always on the go, the one that, you know, just and I literally said to my mom yesterday, I was like, when did I become this stable one in the family? But it's just funny because like I've had not that my family's you know, shunned me per se. You know what I mean? Not some of them. My grandmother has always been my biggest fan, but she's a rare, but a lot of them like, we haven't had the best history. And so being at this place where I am now with my family and like having it gifted to me was amazing because for years I had to learn how to
mm,
gift it to myself because I didn't, because I never was taught it when I was younger. And so
yeah. You've
it's
really been able to leave behind that version, and now you're entering into this whole softer,
Mhm,
grounded, secure, not
mhm.
not insecure in the typical version of that, but secure and
Yeah.
stable,
Yeah. Yeah.
And I think that these are all signs of that you're not who you used to be anymore. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And
Absolutely.
when you're even in the surroundings, even in the environment, the same exact one, where perhaps other people in that environment have not changed,
Yeah.
right? But
Mhm.
you're just now you feel and you perceive and view things completely different. Um, I think that that's just incredible. I think it's quite the feat, especially when certain people have not changed and
Yeah.
show up in that same setting, you know? So you just kind of sit there and you're
Yes.
like,
Well, and it's something that's been this is a this year revelation for me.
eh.
And I've talked about it a few times of like that because we've talked about it a lot, like stepping in that sovereign era of like, but I have really noticed that as an Aries, my mouth is gonna say it. But what I've noticed is that that's not my vicious side at all.
Mm,
Like when my mouth is going, that's when I care and I'm still trying. My silence I have learned my silence is my weapon because now, like, I had an experience a few weeks ago where I was like super upset because I, you know, care about someone so much and I was crying and stressed out and worried. And then, like, a few days later, I was in their presence and they irked me right all over again, right? Because I'm like, why do I care so much? But at the same time, instead of me showing that like verbal or,
validation.
facial, like instead
Yeah.
of like me being like reacting to it, I stayed silent and I let them talk themselves into a hole where the other person that was present with us was like, and so it was like I was like, oh, okay, okay, because I've noticed my silence is my biggest weapon, and as an like I know that's not that way for everyone because for a lot of the signs who need that voice, I've always used my voice, and my silence is when that's
I
when.
think there's a big difference
Mm,
between those of us, myself, right, who are
mhm,
learning how to advocate, learning how to defend for themselves. That voice never
yeah,
should be silent.
right.
And I think that we all need to hit to this almost what feels and seems like almost like a Buddhist
Yeah.
level of nirvana, where it's just like,
It's like that, okay, that video cycling around of Angelina Jolie and she's sitting down
yes,
and then the men come and sit down and she just opens her eyes and they're like, nope, and they get up and walk away. It's that type of
yeah.
silence.
And a lot of people
Hmm.
say that that's dark, that's my dark villain era, and I'm like, or that's just sovereign.
Yeah,
That's just
that's
a
your
fem
power. That's your power.
that's her feminine authority.
Hmm.
And run away, little boy.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know.
Bye.
I love it. I think that
Yeah.
it's a part of the maturity and it's a part of the evolution of wisdom, right?
Yeah.
Of is this even worth my
Well,
voice?
and
Is it even worth my
yeah.
breath? You know, is
Well,
it
and when we hit that like that era, like we realize we've let go of so many things that we've obsessed over,
correct?
like throughout, like we've learned to let that go. There was a time where I was dead set, and because I love this person so much and they're my family, I was dead set on everybody seeing their true colors. And I every time I would have to prove that point, and now I don't. I just sit back and
It's
because
their show and tell.
yeah, exactly. Because eventually they show themselves into, and again, I don't want to see the downfall, but it's nice, like, because when I would verbalize it, everybody would, I was the villain. I was the villain. But
Mm.
now that I use that silence, I'm just like, okay.
Which is in its way cultivating peace.
Mm-hmm.
You know
Yeah.
what I mean? It's not stoking that fire. I mean, it's a full 360 of where we started and now we are now, which is
Yeah.
we are not starting nor stoking fires anymore.
Yeah.
We are not the causes of gasoline being present. We are also not the fire igniter. It's,
Yeah.
you have gas in the match. What are you gonna do with that?
Yeah.
You're gonna become
Gonna
a,
light it on fire.
you're gonna
Oh.
show with light. You're gonna put light on your true colors. You're gonna do that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay.
That's the end of my verbiage. That is the end of what I'm just gonna sit back and roast marshmallows. That's all.
Yeah.
And it's
Mm-hmm.
about cultivating peace, keeping your peace. I'm gonna roast marshmallows. Thank you for the heat. That was nice.
Mm-hmm.
Good luck with
So
your
so glad
embers.
that, yep.
And that, in a way, is your form of blessing yourself
Yeah,
and blessing your environment and
absolutely.
becoming sacred in your
Yeah.
feminine and or not feminine, but sacred in your feral and sacred in your sovereign. Let them,
Yeah.
let
Let
them.
them. Mm-hmm.
It's the Mel
Yep.
Robbins book, Let
Let
Them, the
them.
Let Them
Yeah.
theory, you know?
Yep.
And I think that if we can all
And
remember
that's,
it, it's
my
the
mom,
gift.
I've started it, but then I had two books release that are were I've been waiting for it. So, so I've been kind of preoccupied and haven't gotten back to let them. But my mom listened to it and I've noticed like she's I mean she's where my stress comes from, of like stressing about the family, stressing about this, why is this person this way, why is this that, why are they acting like that, like, and I could see that difference in her where she was like she's working on it, she's trying to like get to that point where she's just like, you know like we became each other's family bitch buddy, and it's not
Hmm.
that our family's awful that we have to bitch about them, it's just there's things, like we are the two that were just like, can you believe she said that? Like, like, and
Hmm.
it's not us talking smack behind their back. It's those things of like, we've accepted these things about these people, and it would cause us more harm to just exit them out of our life than to just like let them talk themselves into circles, you know? And so that's becoming those women who bless ourselves with our sage and all of that before we step into that room.
I think that the craziest metaphor just hit my brain about what you're describing, and
Yes.
I leave this all with you all. Um, it reminded me of you and your mom perhaps standing at a wired fence, a
Hmm.
chain link fence, and you're just at a dog park, it seems, and you're looking at all of the animals inside and not going in.
Yeah.
Just watching. That one over there is taking a shit where it shouldn't.
Yeah.
And that one over there is trying to hump another dog it shouldn't.
Yeah.
I know these dogs, and they know that they shouldn't be doing those things. But it's not my dog.
Not my business.
It's not my dog. Not my dog yard. Not even my fence.
Yeah.
But I'm here just in case anybody needs the exit.
Yeah.
Or
Yep.
a treat, water. No.
Yeah.
All right. And I think that
Yep.
y'all, we just conquered Thanksgiving, but we got Christmas around the corner.
Ooh.
We got Christmas around the corner. What should we
Yeah.
talk about for Christmas, I wonder, Caitlin?
Oh my goodness.
We got about 3.5 weeks before we need to. Y'all, what should we even talk about for Christmas? Y'all tell us. What
Yeah.
are we gonna talk
Let us
about?
know. Let us
Tell
know.
us in a comment in the Instagram or
Yep. Or on
email.
YouTube or wherever. Just let us know what we should talk about for sure. Because Christmas is crazy. What's gonna be crazy is like we'll discuss the subject right before Christmas and then we'll discuss one right after Christmas. So
Ooh, and then we got
it'll
New
be,
Year's coming up. Y'all,
yeah.
it's gonna be chaos and feral, and I'm here for it.
Yeah. I am so here for it. But something like that I saw the other day that really hit me of like realizing like coming to this era and like starting to recognize those things, how you've really changed, how you've really done the work. And like I saw this video and it was like the dark side of spirituality and I shared it. And it was like the dark side of spirituality is some people use it as escapism, the same way that people use drugs or whatever, or
Yeah, anything.
detachment, this anything. And I was like, oh man, it was such a good video. And then I had that moment where I was like, oh, like that is so true because I've come across so many people in the spiritual world that like will click my ex to be example, like prime example. He was spiritual, but the second he stepped out of that spirituality, it was same shit, different day. It
Mm-hmm.
was not, it
Same
was
candy,
not,
different wrapper.
yeah, it was not actual growth. And it's because as soon as you step back in the real world, you forget about that. And so, like, I've been very thankful lately to be able to see like that change happening in me. Because old me, I said a lot, but I didn't
Ooh.
necessarily do the day-to-day change, It wasn't happening. Like I could it's like the practice what you preach. I could preach it, but when it came to doing it myself, it was difficult.
And on with that, I just want to add, it's difficult to find that gratitude
Yeah.
for where you have arrived and why you are and who you are the way you are now.
Hmm.
Ooh, y'all, take a moment, do some mirror work, do some mirror work, and call a bestie.
Absolutely.
Hype each other up, you know,
Absolutely.
because you deserve it. We deserve it. Everybody on this
Hmm.
planet deserves it. But I'm ready. I'm ready for I'm ready for some gratitude. And if y'all want
Yes.
some gratitude from Caitlin and I, we would love to give it to you.
Yes. And we are still wanting more guests on the show, so please reach out. Please get with us. We would love to have you on the show.
And we would be so grateful
So grateful
to have you.
to have you on the show.
All right, our darklings and our
Yes.
lightnings,
Lightnings. Yay. Hey,
our feralings. We
Our
love
feelings.
you, and we look forward to
Yes.
seeing you in our next episode.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So, as always, my darlings, we'll see you in the
See you in the
shadows.
shadows. Bye. Mwah.